The 1980s were a decade of bold flavors and iconic snacks that defined an era. From the convenience of frozen pizza kits to the fun of snackable treats like bagel bites, the food we grew up with holds a special place in our hearts. Join us as we take a trip down memory lane and revisit 20 classic foods from the 1980s that we all wish would make a comeback. 1. PopTarts with crazy flavors. Pop-Tarts were the go-to breakfast treat of the 1980s, but what really made them stand out were the crazy limited edition flavors that popped up during the decade. While the classic frosted strawberry and frosted brown sugar cinnamon were popular staples, the 80s saw experimental flavors like watermelon, wild grape, and even chocolate fudge. The best part was always the icing. Who could forget the sugary, colorful glaze that coated each Pop-Tart? Whether you toasted them or ate them straight out of the package, Pop-Tarts were a breakfast of champions, loved for their sweetness and the convenience they brought to busy mornings. These wacky flavors made Pop-Tarts an iconic part of 80s snack culture, and a return to these bold creations would be a treat for anyone who grew up with them. 2. Chef Boyardee Pizza Kits.
And it makes the pizza, because fresher crust means better pizza.
Chef Boyardee Pizza Kits were an easy way to make pizza at home during the 1980s, and they were a hit in many households. The kit came with dough mix, pizza sauce, and a packet of mozzarella cheese, everything you needed to create a pizza without having to leave the house. Kids loved the fun of mixing the dough, spreading the sauce, and topping their pizza with cheese, while parents appreciated the convenience. It wasn't quite the same as ordering from a pizzeria, but it was a delicious, hands-on experience that made pizza night special. The aroma of baking pizza wafting through the house was the true highlight, and though these pizza kits aren't as common today, they remain a nostalgic, simple meal from the 80s that many would love to bring back. 3. OreoOs Cereal. OreoOs was a cereal that took the iconic taste of Oreo cookies and turned it into an addictive breakfast option. Introduced in the late 1990s, but still a quintessential 80s-inspired food, the cereal was made up of crunchy, chocolatey pieces that tasted like mini Oreos. The milk left behind after eating the cereal even became a sweet treat in itself, turning into a chocolatey Oreo-flavored drink. While OreoOs was eventually discontinued, the sweet cookie-flavored cereal holds a special place in the hearts of those who had it as a breakfast staple. A return to these chocolatey bites would satisfy many fans craving that nostalgic Oreo taste at breakfast. 4. McDonald's Onion Nuggets. McDonald's introduced onion nuggets in the 1980s as a limited-time menu item, but they quickly became a fan favorite. These crispy, deep-fried onion pieces were shaped into small, bite-sized nuggets and served with tangy dipping sauce. The texture was perfect, crispy on the outside, soft and flavorful on the inside, with just the right amount of onion flavor. Unlike the usual onion rings that were a bit harder to eat, these nuggets made it easier to snack on and share with friends. Sadly, McDonald's discontinued onion nuggets after just a short period, but they left behind a legacy of delicious memories. Many wish they would bring them back for another round of nostalgia. 5. Jello 1-2-3. Jello 1-2-3 was a dessert phenomenon of the 1980s that offered a layered experience in a single dish. With just a simple chill in the fridge, this Jello product magically separated into 3 distinct layers: a mousse-like top, a creamy middle, and a traditional Jello bottom. The result was a fun and eye-catching dessert that was as enjoyable to look at as it was to eat. The bright, vibrant colors were a hit at birthday parties, family gatherings, and special occasions. While Jello discontinued 1-2-3 in the 1990s, it's fondly remembered by many for its unique texture and flavors. A return to Jello 1-2-3 would be the perfect way to bring back some 80s magic to modern-day dessert tables. 6. Snackwell's Cookies.
Snackwell's Devil's Food Cookies apologize for the short supply. Meanwhile, keep enjoying the other variety.
Snackwell's cookies were the ultimate 90s treat marketed as a healthier option for sweet cravings. These low-fat, guilt-free cookies, including the famous Devil's Food cakes, were all the rage for anyone trying to indulge without the calories. In the 80s and 90s, dieting and healthier eating were major trends, and Snackwell's capitalized on that by offering cookies that tasted rich but didn't feel like a cheat. Their dark chocolate coating combined with their light, airy texture made them a favorite snack among many. While modern consumers are more focused on clean eating, the nostalgia for those Snackwell's cookies still lingers, and the idea of having a healthier cookie makes us wish they'd make a comeback. 7. Frutopia. Frutopia was the quintessential 90s beverage, offering a variety of fruity, tangy drinks with an almost mystical allure. Sold by Coca-Cola, Frutopia's vibrant tropical flavors like Strawberry Passion Awareness and Orange Sensation were marketed as both refreshing and somewhat exotic. The packaging, with its colorful designs, matched the fun, vibrant feeling that Frutopia was all about. These drinks quickly became popular, especially for anyone looking for a more flavorful alternative to soda. Frutopia's sweet, unique blends gave the 90s its own distinct taste of fruity nostalgia, and many still remember the joy of cracking open a cold bottle. While the brand eventually faded, its absence left a void for those who missed the bold, tropical-inspired flavors. 8. Pudding Pops. Jello.
Pudding Pops, made with the goodness of real Jello pudding.
Well, Miss Kitty Cat, how would you describe Jello pudding pop?
Pudding Pops were a frozen dessert sensation in the 80s, thanks to Jello's collaboration with Bill Cosby in their TV commercials. These creamy, popsicle-like treats came in a variety of flavors, including chocolate and vanilla, and were the ultimate summer snack. They offered the rich texture of pudding in a fun, portable format, making them perfect for kids and adults alike. In an era before frozen yogurt or ice cream bars were ubiquitous, Pudding Pops were a refreshing and indulgent treat. Though they disappeared by the 1990s, they remain a nostalgic favorite for anyone who remembers the smooth, satisfying joy of biting into one of these frozen delights. 9. McDonald's McDLT.
You get a hot side hot. You get a cool side cool. New McDLT.
The McDLT was McDonald's ambitious attempt to revolutionize the way a burger was served in the 80s. The unique feature of the McDLT was its special packaging that kept the hot and cool ingredients separate. On one side, you had the hot burger patty, and on the other side, fresh lettuce, tomato, pickles, and the special sauce. The idea was that the vegetables and condiments would remain cool while the burger stayed warm, making each bite a perfectly balanced experience. While McDonald's discontinued the McDLT in the late 80s, the concept left a mark, and many remember the thrill of unboxing a fresh McDLT, complete with its iconic packaging. A return of this separate but equal burger would definitely excite nostalgic fans. 10. Capri Sun Tropical Punch.
It's great tasting fun when you punch open one. There's only one Capri Sun.
Capri Sun was the ultimate juice box of the 80s, with its distinct silver pouch and twist-off straw. It wasn't just the convenience of the packaging that made Capri Sun so popular, it was the refreshing taste. The tropical punch flavor in particular became a lunchtime classic, offering a sweet, fruity drink that paired perfectly with sandwiches or snacks. Capri Sun was portable, mess-free, and offered the perfect sip of fruit juice while playing outside or at school. The fun of poking the straw into the pouch remains a vivid memory for those who grew up with it. Though Capri Sun is still available today, the original 80s packaging and tropical punch flavor continue to evoke a sense of nostalgia. 11. 7-Up Gold.
New 7-Up Gold.
Wow, thing.
7-Up Gold was a bold twist on the classic lemon lime soda, bringing a spiced, dark cola-like flavor to the market in the late 80s. This drink was marketed as the adult soda with its unique, rich taste that combined the smoothness of 7-Up with hints of cinnamon and other spices. Despite its initial excitement and limited fan base, the drink was short-lived, partly due to the overwhelming popularity of traditional sodas and the public's hesitation with its unusual taste. For those who remember it, 7-Up Gold is a quirky piece of 80s beverage history that many wished would make a return, as its spicy sweet flavor stands out in a sea of sugary sodas. 12. Butterfinger's BBs.
You could die of malnutrition, dude.
Peanut buttery Butterfinger.
It's neato.
And it's neato.
Butterfinger's BBs were the bite-sized version of the classic Butterfinger candy bar, offering all the crunchy, peanut buttery goodness in a smaller, snackable form. These little round balls were coated in chocolate and filled with the same crunchy peanut butter center that made the original Butterfinger so beloved. They were easy to pop into your mouth, making them the perfect candy for sharing or sneaking into movie theaters. While Butterfinger BBs were discontinued after a few years, their fun, bite-sized nature left an impression on candy lovers who still wish for their return. 13. Milk Chocolate M and Ms with peanut butter. Before peanut butter M&Ms became mainstream, the 1980s saw the introduction of milk chocolate M&Ms with a peanut butter filling. These delicious morsels were a twist on the classic peanut M&Ms, featuring a smooth and rich peanut butter center surrounded by chocolate and the signature candy coating. These peanut butter M&Ms were a big hit for their perfect balance of textures and flavors, offering an irresistible alternative to the regular peanut variety. While the peanut butter M&M made a comeback years later, the original version holds a special place in the hearts of those who loved them in the 80s. 14. Big League Chew.
It's Big League Chew. You're in the big league. You're in the big league chew.
Big League Chew was the ultimate chewing gum for baseball fans in the 1980s. Packaged in a pouch designed to look like chewing tobacco, Big League Chew was a shredded bubble gum that could be pulled out in strands, mimicking the look of tobacco chewers. This fun and flavorful gum came in various flavors like grape, sour apple, and watermelon, and it quickly became a hit in schools and sports leagues. The idea of having a chew made it feel like a rebellious snack, and kids loved blowing big bubbles while mimicking their favorite players. Although Big League Chew still exists, it will always be tied to that 80s moment of defying convention. 15. Tang.
It tastes quite like Tang for vitamin C.
To the delicious taste of Tang.
Tang, the powdered drink mix that became synonymous with space-age technology and astronaut food, was a staple in many households during the 1980s. With its bright orange color and sweet citrusy flavor, Tang offered a quick and easy way to add a fruity drink to your day. Though the drink itself was around before the 80s, it truly took off with the hype surrounding the Apollo space missions, where astronauts drank Tang on their trips. For kids in the 80s, the brand was a fun, sugary alternative to soda, and it still evokes a sense of nostalgia for that era. While the drink has evolved and changed over time, nothing quite matches the classic appeal of Tang in those bright orange canisters. 16. McDonald's McRib, original recipe.
It's the big beefsteak taste of McDonald's new chopped beefsteak sandwich.
The McRib is one of McDonald's most legendary menu items, originally introduced in the 1980s. This barbecue pork sandwich, featuring a tender, boneless rib patty, pickles, onions, and tangy barbecue sauce, was a unique offering in a world dominated by beef burgers. The McRib became a cult classic, with its seasonal availability creating excitement every time it was re-released. The original recipe McRib, known for its distinct taste and texture, left a lasting impression on fans, and even though it has returned over the years, it's not quite the same as the version that first made its mark. For many, the McRib remains a nostalgic, delicious reminder of 80s fast food. 17. Bagel Bites.
Pizza Bagel Bites. Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
Bagel Bites were the ultimate frozen snack in the 80s, bite-sized cheesy pizza morsels on mini bagels. These perfect little creations made pizza more accessible and fun for kids, with each bagel topped with pizza sauce, melted cheese, and a choice of pepperoni or just cheese. Ideal for after-school snacking or quick dinners, Bagel Bites quickly became a go-to treat. Their small, circular shape made them easy to pop in your mouth, and the chewy bagel base combined with the gooey cheese and savory sauce made them irresistible. Although they are still around today, they were a particularly iconic snack from the 1980s, representing the ease and convenience of 80s frozen foods. 18. Hostess Chocodiles.
Hostess Chocodiles. That's a golden cake covered with chocolate flavor and cream filling inside.
Chocodiles were a twist on the classic Twinkie, with the same spongy cake but coated in a thick layer of chocolate. Introduced by Hostess in the 1980s, these chocolate-covered treats quickly became a favorite for snackers who wanted a bit of extra sweetness with their cake. The rich chocolate coating combined with the soft, creamy filling made for a satisfying snack that was often considered a more indulgent version of the Twinkie. Though they were eventually discontinued for a time, Chocodiles continued to have a dedicated fan base, and their return in recent years has been met with excitement. They're a nostalgic treat that perfectly captures the decadence of 80s snack culture. 19. Tangy Tarts. Tangy Tarts were a popular candy in the 1980s, with their bright neon colors and bold, tangy flavors. These tart, chewy candies came in a variety of flavors like orange, lemon, and cherry, often dusted with a sour powder that made your taste buds tingle. Their intense sweetness and sour kick made them a fun snack for kids looking for something with a bit of excitement. Although they were eventually phased out, Tangy Tarts hold a special place in the hearts of those who remember the candy aisle in the 80s. Their nostalgic sour kick makes them a candy many wish would make a return. 20. Crystal Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi was Pepsi's answer to the growing trend for clear, pure sodas in the early 90s. The idea was to create a cola that looked like water but still tasted like the original Pepsi. The clear soda made waves when it debuted in 1992, initially drawing interest for its unique appearance and the mystery surrounding its taste. Despite a strong marketing campaign and some initial success, Crystal Pepsi's taste and novelty factor didn't keep it on shelves for long, and it was discontinued within a few years. Still, Crystal Pepsi remains an icon of 1990s product experimentation, and its brief reappearance in recent years sparked plenty of nostalgia for those who remember the mystery cola. These 20 classic foods remind us of a time when eating was all about fun, flavor, and convenience. Which of these snacks do you miss the most? Or is there one you wish we'd included in the list? Share your memories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgic journeys through the foods, trends, and memories of the past. See you in the next one.